it's mostly now that wider smoke that's coming out of the building, and it's still, though, billowing off towards the east, towards the 710 freeway. But again, shelter-in-place order in effect, and they're watching for any kind of hazardous toxic smoke from this fire right now that's just flared up. When we arrived on scene, that fire was non-existent, but there was quite a bit of smoke coming from the majority of the area that was burned from the other day, and then all of a sudden that one spot just flared up and has burned all the way to the edge of that large wall there on the roof. They want to make sure that that doesn't extend any further to that lower roof, but in the meantime, firefighters are adjusting their attack on this from the air and on the ground. That's the latest overhead up in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Gil. And now to the ground as flames and smoke pour from the roof again.
Water drops are also being made in an effort to control the flames, as we've been showing you. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade is live with the latest on the ground, MB.
Yeah, Mike and Chair, every time we look up at this plume of smoke, which is now white as we speak, we've been watching over the course of the past hour. There, at some moments, there's these big, huge plumes of black smoke, and then there have been just repeated helicopter water drops, and all of a sudden the white smoke reemerges, then back to the black smoke, and so on. And firefighters are telling us that there was all of a sudden this change in wind, and then that is what reignited this fire inside the building, which crews on the ground here say that they were anticipating that this might happen. Now, at this point, they say that there is no additional hazard, and so they did not put that shelter-in-place order back into effect, at least for now. And in speaking with residents in this neighborhood, they say they wonder when this smoke really does clear, what type of health effects that they are going to be left with. Around 5 Friday evening, the fire reignited at the Lineage cold storage facility in Boyle Heights. Firefighters began attacking it from the air and the ground, and then minutes later, white smoke reappeared. This after the shelter-in-place order was lifted earlier in the day.
And it's been pretty hectic the last couple days. It's kind of been like we had to shelter in place at some point, and then it went away. So we're like, okay, things are getting better, but then it came back. So it's just been a little worrisome because we also don't know, what's next, what's in the air.
Angie Guerrero lives about a block away from the burning business.
It's been difficult, definitely, to even. I know there's some neighbors that might need help with groceries or just getting out of the house, getting their usual errands done, because like you said, there's people that have been here for 40-50 years, a lot of elderly, a lot of also folks that are just scared in general of being outside.
Fire officials say they were able to lift the order because they were able to eliminate the toxic threat.
Overnight, we were able to evacuate the ammonia tanks that were on site that we were concerned about, and that has been taken into trucks and removed from the site completely.
However, the smoke remains a concern, especially for those who are sensitive to it.
A smoke advisory still remains in the area due to the structure fire, but the hazardous materials have been removed.
The massive warehouse fire ignited Wednesday afternoon, sending a thick black plume of smoke into the air. Firefighters have had to deal with many hazards, including an ammonia leak and a rooftop filled with solar panels.
Yeah, initially there were solar panels on fire, and including roofing material, 9 inches of foam, and inside it got into this cold storage, which is piled at least 58 feet high.
Firefighters are still attacking the fire as stubborn hotspots continue to flare up. Helicopters had to make several water drops overnight to try to get the flames under control. Meantime, residents fear what harm this may all be having on their bodies.
I was having throat pain, just irritated eyes. It's been bad.
All right, well, right now we are seeing a lot more white smoke. Hopefully this will continue. And as for the cause of this blaze, well, that is still under investigation. For now, reporting live here in Boyle Heights, Mary Beth McDade. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.